Hello guys, my name is Davis2104 and I am joined by a guest star, TheRush2004.
Hello everybody, it's me.
So anywho, today
otherwise known as TheRush2004.
we're going to be discussing politics and stuff like that. I am the only YouTuber who discusses politics. And uploads it.
Okay, so I would like to butt in right here at the beginning and start out our topic. So recently,
Hitler.
Obviously I'm still in school, if you can tell by my voice, or if you can't. But obviously we are both still in school, and I was sitting at lunch, and a topic came up. Now, I was saying Hail Hitler, as you've seen if you watch my stream. I was yelling Hail
and
Hitler.
Can barely hear.
I was yelling Hail Hitler for reasons of showing his military expertise, and a counselor told me not to. Now, if you wanted to hear the rest of the story, watch my stream and get off of this stream. Get off of this video for his
Hey!
And you should never watch the Davis221.
Hey! Wait a minute. I have the editing power to cut that out.
How do you know I'm not recording also?
Anywho, what is your opinion on Hillary Clinton?
Everything. Okay, so Hillary Clinton is a president that is not worthy presidency.
Why?
Because she has crazy powers, because she's a woman. Now, some of you guys might find this offensive at the beginning. Oh, why are you putting down somebody just because they're another gender? Well, that's not all of my reasoning. Most of my reasoning is I'm saying that I don't think Hillary Clinton would be a good president for the sheer fact of she's a woman. Because do you really think that other countries are going to be able to deal with a woman in their presidency? A woman leading the United States? Do you think they're going to be threatened by this? Or feel as if the United States has less power? And that goes back to you, Davis. That's a question for you.
Question meaning, like, what's my opinion on Hillary Clinton?
No. The question is, how do you think that, what I just stated, like that Hillary Clinton is a woman, how do you feel about her being a woman becoming president, and how do you think other countries will react to it?
Well, you bring up an interesting point, but I really honestly do not think that they will react. I mean, sure, in their country, some of the countries, I'm not saying like all of them, but in some of the countries, men are more powerful. I'm not stating that I agree with that, but in other countries, everybody's equal. Everybody's equal except for the children. Anywho, so I wouldn't think they would think. I don't think they would think any less. I don't think they would think any more. Because the same could be said about the first black president as well. Because some people do not like black people. Some people really do like black people, and that's raising or lowering our opinion. If you were right. I'm not. Yeah. So, what is your opinion on Donald Trump, the front runner of the Republicans?
My opinion on Donald Trump.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into a 15-hour-long discussion on everything that Donald Trump has done wrong. Or we can sum it down to about maybe a 5-minute segment of me ranting about Donald Trump. I think that'll be better. So, Donald Trump. Now, this is an interesting topic because I have family members that have actually met Donald Trump and ate with him and talked to him and everything like that. And so I have mixed feelings about him. But I'm mostly pointed towards what you guys might be like, oh, look, he's so mainstream. He doesn't agree. He doesn't like Donald Trump, which is not true. In my opinion, it's not because I don't like him, it's because I don't agree with his morals. So, say that he doesn't like Muslims. He doesn't like Muslims to be in our country. So, if he doesn't like Muslims to be in our country, and they're immigrants, then why does he have the right to be in our country? Because I bet if you look down Donald Trump's family tree, you'll find an immigrant in his family tree. So, do you think, Davis, that Donald Trump has the power, do you think that if he ever gets that, will the law ever be passed that Muslims there'll be stricter things on the Muslims, more strict than the Mexicans, or even his building of the wall? Do you think that law will ever get passed?
Well, the building of the wall, I would assume he has the right to do that, but he does not have the right to ban everybody from this country. Excuse me. But he does not have the right. See, this is what I don't like about Obama. He is creating laws, and presidents are not allowed to create laws. That's my problem with President Obama. So, moving all the illegal. Most people think all of the immigrants he says he's going to move out. But he's really just trying to move out all the illegal immigrants. But he cannot move out the illegal immigrants because that would be basically creating a law or something like that. And presidents can't do that. Simple. So, okay. Well, now let's go on your 5-minute rant.
Okay, so I was going to bring up you in the 5-minute rant, but I think that Donald Trump doesn't have the power to just kick everybody he doesn't like out of the country. Why can he kick all of one certain type of group out of the country if they are just another race? And he's putting these people down because of their race, not because they are immigrants. I mean, if you look at it, he says, oh yes, I don't like illegal immigrants either. But he also states that he does not want Muslims in our country. He believes that they are all terrorists. And he hasn't said otherwise any time I've ever seen him talk. And also his rudeness. If you've seen Donald Trump, especially during
Bing,
his,
bing, bong.
Bing bong? That's not what I was gonna say, but if you've seen him during his interviews with news reporters and things like that, have you seen his level of he is greater than them because he has more money and he thinks he is greater than them?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to bring that up because do you believe that Donald Trump should be greater than other people because he has more money, or should he have the same rights and the same things? Because money is not power, or money is power, but money is not all based on power. So do you think that he is just running for more popularity to get more money, which he doesn't need more of, or do you think that he is running just to actually try to make the country better, or do you think he's running to just get his popularity further and get his businesses more out there?
Well, for one, I do get the slight impression that he thinks he's better than anybody. For two,
yes, exactly.
I'm going to be that guy who quotes the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution. Well, in one of it's either the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution. I think it's the Constitution, where it states, all men are created equal. Thus, people should have the same rights, whether you're rich or poor. Thirdly, I think it's a little bit of both. I think he does have opinions. He does have very strong opinions, very strongly negative opinions of Muslims and illegal immigrants, stuff like that. He does and he wants to get rid of them. He wants to stop that, and so he's trying to stop that, and that's the reason he's trying to run for president. But another reason is, yes, I agree, he does want to gain more money because he puts him out there even more because even more Americans know of him. Because before this, I didn't know Donald Trump was even a thing. So now he's running. I know now, there's a Donald Trump out there. He's rich. I did not know there was another rich man. So.
Yeah, so I know this is a quite interesting topic, but what do you believe on Donald Trump's, okay, we're going to switch from Donald Trump now. What do you believe about the Republican Party? Because myself, I think that...
myself, and I...
That the Republican Party is a very divided party. And mostly, I would say the majority of Republicans want to get more money. Because most Republicans are diehard. Well, I'm saying the diehard Republicans, the one who, if they're a teacher or something like that, you always see a $15-$20 donation every single time they get paid. Now, do you think that the Republican Party is a party that is a very wealthy party? I'll say that. The Republican Party is definitely a very wealthy party. Definitely more wealthy than the Democrats. But I think that the Republicans are wanting to separate the middle class and make the middle class not there anymore. Make people richer, make the rich richer, and make the poor poorer. And how would you respond to that? Do you believe so?
Well, me being a conservative Republican, I would say I'm a part of the middle class. No, not really. I'm a part of the poor class. So, I wouldn't really know. I would assume that, because I don't really know of many rich Republicans. I mean, there's Donald Trump, sure. See, this morning I asked you, give me examples of some rich Republicans. Except for Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Except for Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Who else? Donald Trump. So it's like, other than Donald Trump, before Donald Trump, I don't think you would have this opinion. I think Republicans.
Okay, so
I think there are two types of Republicans, in my opinion. Conservative and business as usual. Business as usual, I don't really agree with, because business as usual would basically mean the destruction of our country. But conservative means like constitutional. Constitutional means like Second Amendment, perhaps. Like you actually have guns. You actually have a freedom of speech. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because freedom of speech and all that. So.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this up now. I know you're probably not trying to, but you are avoiding the question. You're not really answering my question, or so you're answering the question with more questions, and I believe I'm not understanding completely, and I'm not attacking you, but I would like a more direct answer.
Fair enough, re-ask the question. I kind of forgot it midway through.
Hold on. Will you answer my question first, though? About, do you think most Republicans are rich people who want to separate the middle class either to rich or poor? For example, whenever they take out, since there's been a lot of Republicans in office, they're trying to take out the welfare and retirement funds and things like that. So do you think that is okay for the Republican Party to represent that? I know you are not whatever you said, conservative Republican.
Yep.
But so do you think that they should do this, or?
For one, you asked two questions, and I'm going to answer the first question first. I haven't really seen examples of this, so I would say no. Probably I'm misinformed, though. Second thing, if you're right, and I'm just misinformed, then no, no, that's not okay. So.
Okay. Okay, that's what you think. Okay. So now I'm going to ask I think it's time for you to have a question.
Hello?
Hello, I can still hear you.
Fair enough.
I said, you might have me on mute, but,
I can hear
hello?
you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so I think it's about time for you to ask a question.
Fair enough. Thank you, by the way. What do you think a Democrat is? I've answered, in my opinion, what a Republican is. Since you're on the fence but leaning towards Democrat, what's your opinion on what do you think a Democrat is? And do you think there's categories and such?
Okay, so in my opinion, a Democrat is hold on, let me catch my voice. Okay, a Democrat is a middle class or lower middle class person, or higher middle class, doesn't matter. It's just a middle class person because, in my opinion, the poor, they're the ones who, they don't really want to have a say in things because they need to work and work and work just to keep themselves and their family supported. And so I think that Democrats are usually the middle class who want their rights back because Republicans are trying to take them away. So I think that's where the Democrats formed from. But I think that the Democrats are people who just want their rights back. And not many Republicans, I'm not going to say all Republicans, and not many Republicans want this. Not many Republicans say, oh, look at our rights. They want to try to sleaze their way through the rights and take back what they think is theirs, which is their money, which is their power, which I don't think they should have to do that because they can... Okay, that's what I was going to say. So the Democrats are people who are usually middle class that like their rights.
Fair enough. That's where I disagree with you. I don't really think they're people who want their rights. I think they're just business as usual people, but oh well. It's my turn or your turn? What do you think? Oh, you've already answered this. A Republican, in your eyes, is a very rich person.
Not a very rich person. I'm saying they usually have more money than the Democratic Party and are, let's say, trying to boss them around and tell them what their rights are and what they can do right and wrong.
Okay. Fair enough.
So pretty much they're trying to be the bigger man, I would say.
Okay.
They're trying to be the bigger man, and then the Democrats are trying to be the ones who say, oh, why should you start lowering our welfare? Why should you start lowering our retirement funds if we've worked our whole lives to get this? Or we've got disabled in work while we were working, trying to go by what you're supposed to do, which is work. And I don't think that the Republicans should be able to do that. And they're just stepping in and saying that this is enough. Republicans, stop battering our country.
Well, I agree. But Democrats, to me, in my opinion, Democrats, they always give to the poor man. Always. That's one of the reasons the black community... that's one of the reasons the black community is getting free stuff. Free house, free food stamps, free... free.
No, but what I'm saying is that is I'm not going to say that all black people are poor or that all poor people are black, but I say that they make up the majority because I'm not gonna say I'm defending the blacks, but you are kind of like battering them. So I'm gonna say that you are trying to establish that the black people or any kind of people that are poor are messing up our country and they shouldn't get free things. Even though the people that do work and pay their taxes, how come the to spend. What do you think the government spends taxes on? In your opinion?
I think it spends it on stupid stuff. We pay for the free stuff for them. And I think that should stop immediately. Well,
What
that's
should
just
stop
my
immediately?
opinion.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I think that we should stop giving them free stuff. We're
So you think
us
that
taxpayers. Hold
that
on. No,
can't
I have not interrupted you. I've wanted to say stuff a lot, but I personally think that our taxes go to free stuff for the free community. And it's like, no, work for your stuff. I mean, I'm not stating like, oh, you can't have welfare, you can't have retirement funds. But I'm saying like, you're 20 years old and you're getting free stuff. No, you can't do that. No.
Why? Why could somebody that can't work? This is personal because I know somebody that is close to me that can't work, and you know what disability is, right? Where people that are disabled. And I'm saying real people that are disabled, they can't work. So do you think people that literally can't, they have no ability of working, should live on the streets and be poor and not have anything to eat on days if they can't support themselves for medical issues or mental issues or things like that? So you think that they should just be thrown onto the streets and not helped at all?
But I never said that. You're right. People may misconceive me as that, thinking that, but sure, they should get free stuff, but not like 20 years old. You can work, but you don't feel like it, so you get free stuff. That I disagree with. That I completely disagree with. That goes on.
So you think that food stamps is a bad idea?
For people who can support themselves, yes. I think that's a
Okay,
bad idea for people who can support themselves.
But, okay, let's say that you're 20 years old, and I'm going to give a scenario. Let's say that you're 20 years old, you've had some bad experiences in your life, your family, you weren't raised, you were in foster homes, your family all died when you were younger, and you had kids when you were younger, and now you can't support yourself, and you think that those kids should not get welfare because that their parents messed up, and they shouldn't need help because their parents messed up, and they can't be helped now because
Oh God.
their parents messed up. The parents did something wrong, not the children. But the children are still being not punished, but still are affected by this because now they live on the streets, and now they don't have a place to call home.
And now they're becoming messed up, becoming violent, taking drugs.
Yes.
See,
and can't be our next leaders or anything of the sort.
That's where I've got mixed emotions. That draws a line where I know stuff and I've got mixed emotions. Because I've got a bad experience with CPS, Child Protective Services. But it's like, it's hard to decide where the line is. You can't take your kids. You can take the kids. You can take the kids, and you can't.
You're getting off the topic of what I was talking about. I was saying, I know Child Protective Services were made so that didn't happen, but they can't go everywhere and cover everything, and sometimes it's unfair. So you don't think that the government should give some parents a chance in giving them welfare, a chance in giving them that, so they don't get taken by CPS?
Didn't say that. That is a good idea. That right there is a good idea. I didn't think of that.
Because that completely contradicts everything you say, and you've even said it. You even say, oh, well, I looked over that point. Or, yeah. Because that's what I'm saying, because I don't see, maybe there's a few other scenarios, but that's the best scenario I can think of where somebody needs help from the government and they can't support themselves.
And
they're just going to go down the drain.
And that's happening more and more in America, which is unfortunate. Yes, I think they should be given a second chance. And if they still can't, like, I think they should be given enough money, like, enough money to support themselves, to get into an apartment, start working, and start supporting themselves.
How is the parent supposed to work when they're like a single parent and, like I said, they've messed up in life? So how are they supposed to support themselves if they have to work and they're only giving enough money just to eat, and not enough to actually, you say, get an apartment or something, but that's temporary, not long term, and it's still a place for the kids to call home. But what should the parents do? Because they're probably trying to conserve their money to do things for their kids, so they're not always thinking that this is how life is going to be. Life is going to be like this for the rest of my life. Is this what my kids do? It's just leading by example. Bad, but so you think that if the parents can hold down a job, but they don't have any way of keeping the job because they're children, they have to have people to watch their children, and so.
Oh gosh, that hits home for me right there. That hits home directly.
Yeah. So what would your way be to fix that?
I don't know. I would say find a friend, but what if you don't have any friends?
Okay, there's going to be a scenario where there is no friends. There is nobody else to watch them, so are they just supposed to let their kids, are they not supposed to work, or what would be the situation where this would be okay if they had no way to get anybody to watch them? I know this is a very obscure scenario, but there are definitely some places like this. You can spend it because it has a thing. Okay, you can cut this part out, but mark the time. Remember this, 4:42. I stopped my sister.
27:30.
Yeah. I'd tell you to get, because you can spend the money if it doesn't have the seal or the serial number written. Alright, so I forgot what topic. Okay, I was saying, so what would be your scenario to fix that?
Let's see. What were we talking about again?
We were talking about what if there is no way to watch the child? You said only give them enough money to support them.
See.
Get out! No. What? So you can spend this blasphemy money? Yes.
See. I don't. This hits home for me. This hits.
As does to me a small amount.
This hits me directly a lot.
Uh-huh.
And if I knew, then
See,
I wouldn't. If I knew, then I wouldn't be stuck in this situation right now in my personal life. So.
No, Chloe, you can't do that. Can't do this, Chloe. We're making a YouTube video. She did. Stop, please. Okay. So what would be this is, oh my God, that's Donald Trump problem. He thinks that people on welfare, like that's most of the other Republican Party think, especially Donald Trump. He thinks that people that can't, they literally are unable to do it without something happening. So if you had a solution to fix this, I can think of temporary ways to fix this, but not permanent ways.
I honestly have no idea. Give them enough money to start back on their feet. But see, this... I don't know. I legitimately have no idea.
Okay, my solution would be for the government to have a new branch of job. Now, this job would be day setters or night setters, where I know it would be hard at first, but hopefully you'd get But you have to factor in, like, they would watch the children while the parents worked, and then the parents would pay them, and the government would give them enough money to pay them so they can get back on their feet and not have to spend any of that money to get themselves back. And then after, if the government sees that they're making enough income, they cut off the welfare. So that would be my solution to this situation.
And those night sitters and day sitters could be like social workers or something.
Yeah, they could, yeah. But my other point is that you have to factor in the people who would have children just to use them to get more money. Now, how would you counteract that? Because that's the one thing that I don't know. How would you counteract people knowing that, not knowing if they did drugs or not, and not knowing if they could take care of the child and would actually use their money for good? Because that's what the Democrats are saying. We don't know a solution, and neither do the Republicans, so they're just saying, oh, well, we don't know a solution, so we can't give them money, because what if bad people, what would be your solution to find this out? Because there are some bad people out there who would use this new system that we have created just to do that.
How would I counteract bad people to have children just for the money?
Yeah. Because think, if they have a day center which is pretty much free, well, they could make the day centers free, but only to people who were on welfare. So they wouldn't have to go through all that financial trouble, and they'll just pay them with that. So how would you find out? How would you filter through the good people and the bad people?
There's not really a way to know. There's not really a way to see, okay, you're bad, you're good, you're bad, you're good. There's no really way to see that.
That's what the Republicans are saying. There is no way to tell if somebody's bad